Hello, here is another Osaka League game played on 2 handicap, where white won by 13 points and a half, and the highlight of this game is the fight in the top, where black lost a pretty big group, but in fact black could kill white's large group in the top, and then the result is totally different. Even after losing all those stones, it seems like a pretty close game, so black had an excellent position most of the time. Let's check it out. So the beginning, it's very normal. Black goes for territory with the Sansan and white takes some outside thickness. But the basic Joseki here is to play a 2-space jump for white. So white should go for a faster pace to take that thickness. Now this is very good. Kakari to prevent white Shimari. And white plays one of the most common pincers. But this is also an old school pincer, old fashioned. I mean, nowadays we see a lot of loose pincer or the high one, 2-space high. This one space low, it's not so often seen these days, but well, it's still playable. So black has several options. Black played the most natural move, simply jump out to save the stone. But black can think about the shoulder hit to put pressure, Keima, or some move on the right side, for example Q7 or R7, just to discard P4, develop the right side, and now keep Sente to play at the big points, F3 or O17. This is a very peaceful way to deal with the bottom and kind of avoid any kind of complicated Joseki. So black decides to jump. Now here usually white is supposed to play Keima to step up to the 4th line, and this leads to a variation where black can play the pincer on the right side with Fighting Spirit, and the follow-up it's actually pretty much forced. This is probably the most common Joseki that one can find in the Joseki dictionary books, but we don't get to see it too much nowadays. Anyway, white played on the 3rd line. So when white plays on the 3rd line, it feels a little slack, but okay, it's playable. Anyway, in general, it's Q6. So now black puts pressure here with shoulder hit, which is fine. Black can also pincer L3 or K3, and when white comes out, black comes out between the groups. So the fight is quite promising for black here. Black can also jump like this or play shoulder hit to put pressure on the right side. First lean on the right side stones. If this happens and white just takes the territory on the right side, black is very happy to counter pincer. So black is setting up a wall, then takes away the base for this entry. That's another way to deal with the bottom stone. But once black plays the shoulder hit, the jump is now a little late. I mean, right now it's normal to cover. So the most common variation here, white will usually play a turn to go for a base, and then black can jump again to fix the cutting points around 05. That's a normal follow-up. So this way, black doesn't have to worry too much about the wedge and this kind of cut attempt. Sorry, black doesn't have to worry about that cut. Now, if white cuts right away or white uses M5, black can simply go down M3. And what happens here? It's Atari, then wedge, Atari from behind, and then connect the stone under. If this happens, white will either connect like this or capture another stone, but for black it's very simple to simply connect or play Atari like this, and if white tries to cut, there's Atari and take the stone. Therefore, black is not losing much if white cuts around 04, 05. So I have the feeling that black was afraid of this kind of push and cut. That's why black jumps p7. But if white simply turns here with an empty triangle, then push, then cut one stone and take the ladder, this is still okay for black because black will put pressure in the way to connect p6 indirectly. So black can go out a couple of times and then play some kind of extension like J3, H3 to start attacking this group. In fact, black can also play Atari from behind one time to see whether white connects or captures, and then attack the group from the bottom. So this becomes over concentrated for white. And if white connects solid, later on, black can approach L2 just to take away the base. If white plays here, black goes up and extends, and white has only a false eye. So black should never really worry about that push and cut at 0-4. Anyway, back to the original game. So black jumps, white plays honey with fighting spirit, black approaches on the bottom. This is not a bad exchange to play this move for k4. Anyway, black needs to surround r8, because after r8 white is in trouble, so white needs r2, but this will happen. So first approach on the bottom and then surround the group. It's a good way to switch direction here for black, because these two stones in the corner are thin, so white needs to protect. Well, after this r2, white can connect under p2. So locally, black can play q3, threatening the cuts, and when white protects, there is no more connection under. And then it's proper to play another move around p9, because of the cuts around q8 for white. K17 is not such a big move, because anyway, for white, it's difficult to build territory in the top. Because when black has the k mat e18, black can easily jump h17 later on. So for black, it's more interesting to play in the top a move like o17. And then if white extends k16, k17, then black will either jump g18 or play h17. So it's really impossible for white to make points in the top. If white plays g18, black extends again from the top. If white plays around l17, then just scoop out the territory by coming under. So this kind of move, it's also not really attacking the g7, g16 group. That group is out in the middle, and in order to attack, black should play a move like a cap, or at least k16 to be on the same line with g16. But the thing is, when black plays k16 or k17, white is not worried about his group, so white can enter the right side or go san-san. White is free to play wherever he wants. This approach is good. The double up is also good to protect the corner, and white needs to extend back. But again, white is not going to build too much on the side as long as black can still come under. So black defended r14, that's a very big point. Now the opening looks really good for black. And white comes inside. This feels like a misclick. Maybe white wanted to play a submarine invasion at p18 or q18. Also the tsuki at q17 is an option. But playing p17, probably it's not a misclick, but it doesn't look so good, because black just blocked the corner very nice. White can hane and extend, but the group in the top is still under a lot of pressure. So something like this happened. Black comes out between the groups, very good, and jump again. Well, when black jumps again, white can already make some eye shape in the top. So in order to be more active, black can take away the base at p18 or even clamp o17, because when white jumps, black jumps along. So white is still forced to run on neutral points here. Anyway, white defended to make some eye shape. White can also push and then hane in order to gain more eye room in the top. This feels over concentrated anyway. So black is still looking good. That's a pretty nice extension on the right side. And white desperately invades immediately. But here, well, black can block this way, but black can also go up. Because when black goes up, this doesn't allow the connection under. Well, black can allow a push here, which is easy to block. But the thing is, when white plays s8, black will separate. White can go for a hanging connection. Black will connect here. Then white needs to leave on the side. And it's absolutely fine. I mean, white extends, black can block, then white goes up. Oh, this is a problem because of the vital point. Okay, let's say white will leave on the spot, then black plays this move. Now black also has a Kosumi, a t6 threatening the ko, and then stress the corner. So like this, white really suffers in the corner because it's separated. So white managed to damage some points here, but he's losing a lot in the corner, which means black compensates very well. So instead of going hane, nobi, which is the usual follow-up to allow the connection underneath, black should stand up, and now white is in a dangerous situation. So when this happens and white hane under to connect, black can cover, and white needs to play another move to capture the stone and stay connected. At least black keeps most of the right side. Now playing the double hane, every time one plays the double hane, should read what happens after Atari and connect or take. Of course, black would like for white to capture the stone. This is wishful thinking, because then we have Atari here and capture 2 stones. But white will resist, so white connects and black only has 2 liberties. And no matter what black plays on the side like this or like this, is not going to be sent anymore, because white has 4 liberties, black has 2, so black is captured. Therefore, in this case, double honey didn't work. And if black just covers and white plays away, now it works to play Atari, Atari, and separate. Again, white has to leave small, and then he's in trouble in the corner. Well, it's more interesting to play this move, and then actually some reverse monkey jump, and kill everything in the corner. So if black just covers, white will take the stone to stay safe on the right side. But the double honey didn't work here. And once again, black should consider going up. Now white is in a lot of trouble. So double honey, then black played away. Well, this cap move reduces the influence, but well, and in the meantime it also reinforces black group. But it's bigger for black to go on the left side, just take some territory while white is connecting on neutral points, then continue with a slide here, just start the end game. It starts quite early, but it's possible. White protected, so that was a good exchange. Now this move to surround the top, it's not too bad. Probably safer to play a Keima. Yeah, white is in a little bit of trouble in the top. So black covers, that's very good. Now connect, fine. Well, white should take care of the top group, it's not completely safe. Go down and Kosumi, and now it got enough eye room. This is going for 1 stone that's unimportant, because anyway white protected here, so when white comes on the outside, in the end white will capture a small stone, because the surrounding territory is not really impressive in that area. This jump is good, makes a box in the middle, but the natural move now when white plays the attach is to hane. Then white will get ahead, bump, white needs to get ahead again and push, because all of a sudden black is making this box in the center, only leaning on white's neutral stones. And playing on the left side, this move is too much, white can just separate. So better Keima to stay connected. Here white can push and push, turn, but all black stones are connected. Like this is a bit dangerous, white can attach, then black has to go up, white blocks, and C11 is separated. If black tries the wedge, then Atari and capture the stone. And now the 3 stones are heavy and separated, and the top corner is in danger too. So white left the position like this, which gives black a chance to redeem his minus on the left. So fix the error. Yeah, that's good. It's fighting spirit to come out between the groups like this. This hane kinda hurts. It's a pity black didn't hane L8 first. And white protects. Actually, white's move should be this hanging connection, because on this one black can still hane and cut and push, squeeze and so on. Then the stones in the middle are in trouble. This attach actually gives white eye shape. The Tesuji on the left side, it's B8. Then when white covers, black will push, white connects, and now black can connect up or down. So black can surround the whole thing, either like this or like this. And when white plays here, black connects this way, white plays here, black connects to the top. So here it's already game over, because white kind of dies on the left. With this move, white can make eyes. If white blocks like this, black can Kosumitsuke and connect under. It's also possible to go up and cut, but this way white will take 2 stones. Then, well, that's only 1 eye, and he's still on the run. So this gives black lots of outside forcing move. That's another way to use that Tesuji. But in this particular case, just connect under and put white on the run. So Tsuke, then cross cut. It's a bit too much. Black should pull back, white protects, black protects, and now white has to leave. And it's not too bad in the end. Oh, actually, black surrounds, and white plays another move to stay alive. The group is alive, but it's small. Black is all connected and strong, and can attack severe the other group. Now let's see what happened in the top. So black went out, white leaves, that's good. This Kosumi is big, but for white it's also big to turn. Yeah, the Atari doesn't bother so much. Okay, this peep, maybe still better to Hane. So the peep kind of takes away the Hane. Okay, and now take away the base, that's fine. Here for white it's better to play the wedge and Atari and fight the Ko. Now play this move as a Ko threat, take back the Ko. If black connects, the Ko can become even bigger. And if black connects on the right, white captures the stone, so he lives on the spot. This way, white made an empty triangle and he still doesn't have enough ice. Now, when white tries to go out here, black can cover, and black should cover again. Because this way, black keeps the stones connected, threatening to catch the two stones. When white goes here, this way, black is threatening a snapback. Luckily, there are not enough eye space, eye room for white in the top. So black can just connect in the center like this, and it's all fine. When white plays here, Atari, yeah, he's dead. Only one eye here. Ah, this move is not even necessary, sorry. I meant to, yeah. So, white is actually lucky. Okay, black can push like this, but black should really cover. Because when you want to kill a group, first of all, you need to surround it. And anyway, locally, when white blocks here or blocks the top, there is still not enough space for ice. Of course, white will cut, but now black has more liberties and can try to run out from the top. Now when turn like this, there's some damage Sumari with the Atari, and jump out. So this top group cannot be surrounded. And in the middle, any cut will fail. Black has the ladders. So this is actually where black messed up the game. Just surround L12 and kill everything. The white Hane, yeah, now it's a bit more difficult. In fact, black should still cut one time, because the semi it's a bit different. White has to pull back to catch the top stones. Black will push here, threatening to cut at M16, then Kosumi, trying to connect under, then another Kosumi, or jump to the left, threatening to connect in the top, and then separate. So now it's going to be a semi, but in the meantime, black already got profit capturing those guys. And the semi is not too bad because there are many common liberties. So the most white can expect here is a Seki, which means all the groups are alive. But white can also die. So white needs to take away a liberty here. Black takes a liberty from the outside. White will take a liberty like this. Black can take this one. White Hane. Black can take this one. And actually black is way ahead with liberties. So black can even play away now. And then Atari. And capture everything. So this is a better way. Even, yeah, after the Hane, black can fight. Which means white should just turn. And now it gets a bit tougher for black. Sorry, Zack. In fact, black can still run out with the group, but white also escape. So that would be the compromise variation. This was not too bad, but cut first. Cut where you can cut. If white wants to live in the top or play something trying to connect, black can just come out. Actually, separate first, then come out in the middle. Because of the damage Mari, black cannot be surrounded. If white plays move like this, is push, Atari, Atari here, Atari like this, Atari like this, and Atari like this. Kill everything. I mean, there are many ways for black to make lots of liberties. And the thing is, black can always push here in center, threatening to cut at M16. I mean, if white plays in the middle to surround the group, just this and capture. So yeah, black had options to escape, but now it gets more difficult. Shouldn't connect that stone. Play this move first, then cut, then push. because there are more liberties if black doesn't play h19 and then separate. Now when white plays here, go down, white plays here, go down, white can throw in, but black makes an eye, and then Atari take, connect, and make the eye, and it's done. So back to the original game. Good idea to play L18, but it's not working to make two eyes. So black has to cut. White might take a liberty like this. Atari one time, push one time, and separate. So white plays here, black goes inside, throw in, take, throw in again, connect, Atari, capture. When white takes a liberty, it's Mary Menashi. Black can go Atari from the outside. So black can still win the semi. And now, yeah, white can go for the kill. But for white, it's still better to play on the outside. Let black live in the top, then connect those guys. I mean, this would be the proper way. White overplayed and he got away with the overplay. So here, black can still cut. White takes away liberty, then push like this. Oh wait, the other push, sorry. Tuck, tuck. Then turn. So Atari connect, take away liberty, take away liberty, another, and again, it's Mary Menashi. Because white will never be able to play Atari here, it's a self Atari. So quite spectacular. Push, and now white can actually connect here and it's done. Because if white pushes, if black pushes an Atari, it's not really a big deal. White was connected. So here is still a chance for black. Cut where you can cut. Then fight the semi. For white it's impossible to win this race, because when black goes n19 there's a way, again, no way to play Atari from the inside. It's always a self Atari. So now we have the endgame stage, but the big battle was in the top. Here it's natural for black to cover, then white needs to come out. If white tries a cut, black will just capture the 4 stones. Nice attempt to escape. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Connect, cut. Atari, connect. Atari, Atari. No, just connect. Push. And then this cut. This cut is still... L12 was there for a long time. And black had to use it. Here black can go Ogema. If white plays the attach, black will just make more points. And also reduce more points. With the Ogema, the follow-up is to connect this guy. Like this or like this. Then threaten the cut. Easier for white to block this way, but at least black keeps center. Ah, no more cut. I think black didn't cut fearing the ladder, but the ladder is good. So white wouldn't cut back. And on the right side it's better to play S11, because when white pushes and then blocks, in the end white still needs to play some moves inside. But like this, white can Hane, go down, and build more points. It's okay to block here. This is actually Sente. If white plays away, Atari and Atari. So when white captures a stone, black will take 2. Hane, Atari, connect. This push the turn, it's Sente. And then push here. For Sumitsuke, it's a bit gote. Black can actually play Atari, because if white is ambitious to cut, there is a ko, and this ko can backfire. So white needs to protect, and then black connects C12. And not much to do now. All it's settled. So cut, Atari, connect, connect, and block. Or like this. Or like this. And like this. Yeah, I think in the end, White was extremely lucky with that top fight. So it all came down to the reading ability. And there were so many opportunities for Black to come back. Well, better luck next time. Enjoy the review.